Hey everybody, welcome back to An Axe to Grind. I'm your host, Brant, and today I'm not going to hold back. This episode is going to be real, raw, and probably a little uncomfortable, but I don't care because the truth matters, and too many people are afraid to say it. You know, I started this podcast about fitness, strength, and building discipline, but life threw me a challenge that no barbell could ever prepare me for. Raising my son, Graham, who's nonverbal and autistic. And that changed everything for me. I'll be honest, this wasn't the fatherhood I imagined. I thought I'd get to play catch and talk to him about his day, hear him say, "I love you, Dad." But I don't get that. Graham can't talk. He might not ever be able to. And that's a pain that lives in my chest every single day. Sometimes I get jealous as hell. I see other dads at the park playing ball, teaching their kids how to ride a bike. Simple things that I give anything for. It's not that I resent Graham. He's perfect in his own way. But it's that I resent the world that failed him. The world that failed us. You know, I want to talk about that world. I live in California. California is basically a toxic wasteland. There's industrial farming, pollution, chemicals in the food. And let's not pretend that vaccines don't deserve scrutiny, especially after COVID. I believe, based on what I have seen in research, that vaccines played a role in Graham's condition. And that's my conviction, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise, no matter how uncomfortable it might make you. And the kicker, to me, people like RFK Jr., they're out there trying to actually figure out why autism rates have exploded. It's 1 in 36 now in California. But they want to get to the root cause, and people attack him. Like, why the hell wouldn't you want answers? Why wouldn't you want to know why your child can't talk? Why wouldn't you fight for a better future for your kid? I just don't understand. I swear, sometimes it feels like you parents have fallen in love with your condition of your child. Like, they've made it a part of their identity. You've commoditized your kid's pain. Use it for likes and followers and sympathy. And that's wrong. A kid is not a hashtag. They're not brands. They're human beings, and they deserve answers, and they deserve a fighting chance. And if RFK Jr. is going to be the one to do that, then give him a chance. And while we're at it, let's talk about the system. We bust our asses. I pay taxes. I play by the rules. And what do I get? Nothing. Because I make too much to qualify for help. Meanwhile, people who game the system get all the handouts. Illegal immigration is stretching resources thin. Schools are overcrowded. It takes months to see a doctor. Services are overwhelmed everywhere. And families like mine that get left behind. And I'm supposed to just accept that. Fuck that. And let's not ignore what's happening in our local communities. Fatherless children everywhere. Weak men who can't lead, can't protect, can't stand up. Weak men create weak societies. That's why we're living in this mess. And that's why I'm so passionate about talking about masculinity. Real masculinity. Not the bullshit toxic label of society that's slapped on everything. Real masculinity. Strength, responsibility, leadership, sacrifice. And let me own my own shit, okay? I wasn't always the man I needed to be. I turned to weed, vapes, edibles, anything to numb the pain. It was easy, especially with legalization, but it didn't make me stronger. It made me weaker. I got stuck. I was working, getting high, ignoring the bigger picture, and that's what too many men do. Weed, video games, porn, alcohol, whatever. Anything to avoid facing your truth. But that's not strength, boys. That's surrender. And that's not what our sons need. That's not what this world needs. You've got to do better than that. You know, my wife and I made the hard decision this year not to have another child. That hurt. We wanted Graham to have the best life possible. We didn't want him to be alone. And we knew adding another kid would probably stretch us too thin. It's not that family we dreamed of, but it's the family we have. And a real man have to make hard choices, even when it rips your guts out. And I wanted more than just survival. I wanted to leave something behind. That's why I started writing books. Not because I'm some literary genius, but because I thought it would make me rich. I did it because I wanted to leave a legacy for Graham. Something that says your dad fought for you. Something that says you mattered, son. Something that says when the world told you to shut up and accept things, I said no. Because fatherhood is about legacy. It's about fighting for your family, even when the world is against you. It's about refusing to accept that this is the best it gets. That's bullshit. I see so many men giving up. You let the system tell you how to raise your kids. You let society tell you to shut up and be weak. Go watch sports, get drunk, get fat, go to work, repeat. But here's the truth. Being a father to a special needs kid doesn't make you less of a man. It forces you to become more of one. It forces you to fight harder. You gotta ask the tough questions. You gotta stand your ground, even when everyone else tells you to sit down and shut up. So if you're a dad out there, maybe you're struggling with jealousy or resentment or guilt like I am, or have been. Maybe you're angry as hell. You don't know what to do. Let me tell you, you're not alone, because I've been there. I am there, and I'm telling you, it's time. Our kids need strong. They need us strong. They need us engaged. You need to be fighting for them, because the world, sure as hell, isn't going to save them. The world rejects them. So that's my axe to grind today. It's raw. It's mine. If this hits home, if you felt that fire in your gut too, share this episode. Let another dad know he's not alone. Let's keep grinding. We gotta build the world our kids deserve, one dad at a time. Thanks for listening. We got work to do.